Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, back and ready to once again take up the fight against starvation, hypothermia, boredom, loneliness, and a burgeoning addiction to Tidy Bowl blue-flavored toilet water as we continue our shuffle mode play of The Long Dark. And other than the blue juice of Safu-like staining around our lips, things are going pretty well considering it's the apocalypse. I mean, we're not even a full 2 days into the end of all things, and with the notable exception of a firearm, we've already just about gathered everything we're really going to need to survive for the next little while. Now, we did, of course, hope to get lucky enough last episode to find a gun in the spooky, solitary misanthrope's house that lurks atop an island in the middle of the lake. I mean, come on, you couldn't ask for a more perfect location to expect to find a gun. But instead, all we came up with was a Navy peacoat and a basement full of dead hobos, which left us a meager 2 for 3 in the things we expected to find category. I mean, the hobos were kind of a given. Why did I suddenly go blind? What's going on here? Is the Tidy Bowl flavored water finally affecting my vision? I mean, the guy who was drinking kerosene that we found last episode, I would have expected him to go blind. We did loot his house, but except for a pair of much-needed can openers, the corpse of George Tremblay, the lantern fuel addict, really was the only thing we sort of found that was noteworthy. And that guy killed himself with a hatchet, and it was only noteworthy because we stole the hatchet. So, anyway, let's get started here, because I was going to say we're burning daylight, but apparently the sun has fallen from the sky and shattered like a plate on a hardwood floor. So, I guess we're burning darkness, but either way, we should probably get to work. I mean, time is passing here. Let's take a look at our needs very quickly. Looked like we were thirsty. Yeah, we're real thirsty. Let's get some delicious water in ourselves. Delicious, delicious blue toilet-flavored water. I do love the fact that the icon also has the faint blue. It's like they knew we pulled it straight from a toilet. And that should take care of thirst. Let's take a look at our hunger meter. Are we also hungry? It looks like we're... Yeah, you know, we could eat. We're not starving to death or anything, but I could go for a little munch or two. So let's see what we've got going in the food department here. 99% on the cooked rabbit. 99% on the cooked venison as well. What else have we got? A can of condensed milk. Man, that's got a ton of calories in it. Condensed milk is the shit. Let's hang on to that, actually, and let's eat this. This pretty much tops us up for a good little while, so let's go ahead and eat this venison. Frees up some weight as well, and we are fairly encumbered. I believe we made a stash of supplies in this house, did we not? Let's go take a look at our stash. If we did, we would have stashed it in one of these cabinets in the main room. Believe. Did we not make a stash here? Maybe we didn't make a stash here. Did we put it over here? I bet we put it over here. I'm forgetting where I left stuff, and that's really kind of a bad habit. Or maybe we didn't make a... Oh, you know what? We actually left the stash in a different location. Never mind. I'm losing my mind. The Tidy Bowl water really may be affecting us. In addition to driving me and making me blind, clearly it's also negatively affecting my memory. I can't remember shit. So let's move along then. We left all of our goodly possessions at another location. This house we completely looted. Let's see what the out of doors looks like and check the weather for today. You want to know what the weather's like? Look out a window, but the windows here are all frozen shut, which kind of leads us to believe that the weather's real shitty. Yeah, you know, it's -12, which is cold, but it's not the coldest we've endured. So, burned out house, burned out house. Where the hell are we? Okay, let's sort of orient ourselves. What we'll do is find the lake house that we looted. Alright, so there's the misanthrope's house where we hope to find a gun. Which means we left our cache of supplies over in that direction. I think, since we're pretty much... We are encumbered, but only lightly right now. I think we'll just leave those items there. And we're going to run this load that we currently have sort of back to our main base at the main campsite after we loot this patriotic house right here. True patriots, of course. Oh, Canada, my home and native land, I once again salute you as I prepare to invade your interior and steal everything that isn't fucking nailed down. It's a very un-Canadian thing to do. I'm feeling more than a little unpatriotic, but I digress. Let's get to work here, so start looting. Throw a mannequin through a store window if you get them, folks. I mean, I always keep a mannequin on hand in case of a power outage, much like Tom Servo, so I can loot.
Prepared for anything.
Well, we've immediately replaced our venison that we ate. That's good. Still want to take one of those pots, and it still won't let me. Give me something to cook in, game. Come on. Also, I'd really like a coffee pot, so I'm raw rabbit. More condensed milk, which is a sweet find. Stacy's grape soda. We found 1,200 calories in this refrigerator, folks. That's a day's worth of food for us. There's a pan. Give me the pan. Let me take the pan. I can use it. It's a nice cast iron skillet. That's going to be a solid cook surface. That thing will last an eternity. Delicious, delicious grilled flesh. Man, this condensed milk stuff is it's doing all right. A jar of peanut butter. That's got to be a huge calorie sink for us as well. Please let me take that pan. Come on. It's a cast iron skillet. You got to give it to me. Fine, I could be eating pan-seared rabbit here in just a few moments, but oh no, we can't have me having nice things. So cast iron skillet for you. You gotta cook it at the bottom of an old rusted out fucking dog food can. This is the apocalypse. You can't have nice things. Alright then. That's are you edible? No, you're an empty cup. A little dark in here. A little bit dark. That's okay though. If we really need to, we do have this flare. Apparently I left the lantern. I don't know what I was thinking leaving my lantern behind. I really should have brought that.
Handy.
You know, you say that, lady, but the herbal tea strikes me as possibly the least handy thing we have found. A can of dog food. If all else goes wrong, of course, we got plenty of Mighty Dog to tide us over for a few days. What's in here? Got a lamp. Take a roll of newspaper. Yep, take that.
This will come in handy.
You should really stop saying that about things you have literally dozens of, lady. I mean, newsprint rolls haven't really come in handy for us yet, and you have several of them. Maybe you should reassess your determination of what constitutes handy. Like, see, there's a pair of mittens that you're not going to wear, but I can't help but notice you didn't go, oh, these could come in handy. Box of matches? Nope. A tin of sardines.
Could end up being useful.
Man, that's some poor presentation from this restaurant. It's just a plain white plate in the middle of a table with a can of sardines thrown on top of it. That's some restaurant disaster level of presentation. Whoever the chef is, I kind of demand to speak with the chef. I really feel that this won't stand. I can't tolerate that kind of behavior in our restaurant. Anything on the mantle? What are you? Wooden matches. Excellent. We'll take those. Anything in the fire? Nope, there's wood next. Man, oh, sweet. You damn sure can use fire logs. Those things are awesome. Fire logs are actually the best fuel source in the game. They're super easy to light. You can basically light them with nothing more than a match, and they burn for an excessively long time. That is probably the greatest find we have found in this house. And we found a jar of peanut butter and a bunch of condensed milk, but still, those fire logs, probably more useful. It's like the old U-log, folks. When you light that baby on Christmas Eve and it gives you that nice reeky stink.
Okay.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that stink. That's the smell of Christmas and happiness and warmth and fun and hot meals. Some basic boots. Probably most of that stuff's just going to wind up getting broken down into its component chunks. But a fleece sweater. I gotta say, the dual sort of elk head pattern seems to be very popular in this part of Canada. Oh, no. Sir? Are you okay? Sir? Hello? I don't think he's gonna make it, guys. I don't think he's okay. So let's rifle his corpse.
Probably useful.
Of course he had lantern fuel on him, because shit, everyone who dies in this apocalypse evidently died of drinking lantern fuel. I mean, these people are swallowing kerosene on a regular basis. Kerosene and painkillers. Wow, this is an advanced self-abusive guy. The kerosene wasn't harsh enough for him. He had to chase it with a fistful of pills. Goddamn, dude, no wonder you're dead. I suddenly feel less sorry for you. If you're fucking taking kerosene and drinking it and chasing it with taking a handful of pills and chasing it with a shot of kerosene, shit, son, that's no wonder you're dead. Anything useful in here? No, another newsprint roll. Well, it makes more sense finding a newsprint roll than it does finding a can of grape soda in the toilet. I mean, you could at least read the newspaper while you take a shit, so I mean, there's some sense in that. And once again, we have more supplies than we can store. This house was a pretty good haul as well. So we may have to take like a double supply stash run, which we kind of got to get some. We're going to have to spend some time consolidating our position. So here's what we're going to do. We're way overweight. So let's stash what we can stash here. I'm thinking, no, not that. We're keeping all the medicinal stuff. We'll take that back and maybe start stashing it. Let's get some of our... Are you warmer than what I have currently? Clothing. We'll take all the clothing back and we'll stash the food. So let's stash anything that is not in the yellow. What am I carrying that's so heavy? I don't have hardly any food. I mean, the venison is a little heavy. I got a lot of water. That water weighs 15 pounds. Actually, you know what? Let's store the water. That's quite heavy. We got a lot of this sort of stuff, which we could take back and drop off. The logs also considerably heavy. 8.8 pounds for one of those logs. Alright, so what else is in a container? You know what? We'll just take the canned goods. So we're going to limp back. We're going to leave the water. We'll come back for a 1.8 gallons of water. Actually, let's take a little bit of that and drink it. We'll take 0.26. We'll leave the rest of that in that jug. That'll be fine. We'll drink some of that water. Are we thirsty at all? We should be at least a little thirsty. Come on, tell me if I'm thirsty. Yeah, we're a little thirsty. All right, so let's top off some of that water, and then we're going to limp back to our main encampment and deposit all of this stuff. Come back completely empty-handed except for maybe a flare. And pick up the rest of these supplies that we scavenged. I have to say, I feel this is a very, very successful little scavenging run that we've staged so far. I'm feeling really positive about our potential chances for survival. Now, sure, of course, we've probably drank a lot more toilet water than is necessarily healthy. But it's the apocalypse. Sacrifices got to be made.
Another night.
Oh, shit. He saw us. That's a wolf, and this is across the street from where we live. Alright, so that wolf is definitely onto us. Yeah, he's coming right for us. I can't really run because I'm badly encumbered. Holy shit, there's a whole fucking pack of wolves over there. We gotta get indoors. I don't want to turn and run. That's only going to encourage him. When confronted by a wolf, you don't want to flee like that. We may have to use a flare here. I'm keeping an eye on you. I see you. You should yell at us. Go away, dog. Go away. Mean dog. You don't want any part of us. Go away, dog. Nope. Alright. Ah, beat it, mutt. Scram! Get out of here. Oh, he's coming for us. Oh, he's killing us. Oh, I'm losing blood. I gotta get inside. Somebody help me. Losing blood. Oh, I dropped my flare. That's not good. There was more than one wolf. Also, I killed that wolf with a hatchet. I hit him 3 times. I have to feel that the 3 blows from the... Oh, he's got friends. We're going inside. No, you don't, dog. You stay. Bad dog. That's a bad dog. Bad dog. Man, he's right outside. Oh, that's pretty much terrifying. So we got to do something about this whole I'm bleeding thing. I'm thinking probably bandages. Let's stop the blood loss. And we should definitely put some antiseptic on our wounds. There we go. Alright. So we're no longer bleeding. We're no longer suffering. We're not exactly in the building we wanted to be in. We're still encumbered. And we're trapped inside by a pack of starving wolves. So we may be holing up here for a while. You know what? Let's just give the nice doggy a chance to go away, to get bored. So what we'll do in the meantime, while we wait, since we have 12 hours of daylight left here, and we have some clothing we don't necessarily need. Oh, I hope those dogs... Ah, they did. They ruined some of my clothes. You jerks! Man, dogs are jerks. And so we're going to wear those socks, because they're in better shape. And we're going to start harvesting some of these and give these wolves a chance to move along. That's me. Okay. That sound that we heard of me harvesting for a moment, I thought the wolves had gained intelligence and were actually trying to break themselves in and get inside the house. I don't want to repair these. I want to harvest them. Harvest and give me cloth. But I actually thought the wolves were going full on 3 little pigs on us and trying to break their way in the house. That would have been most unfortunate. We're going to harvest these basic boots as well. It's going to give us 1 chunk of leather. And we will go listen at the door to see if perhaps the wolves are gone in a moment. What about you, coat? That coat's in pretty good shape. I don't really want to tear it up. It's not the best when it comes to warmth. This will harvest. So let's break this bad boy down. You get 2 cloth out of that for 20 minutes. That's pretty good. Tends to lead me to believe that since it only takes 20 minutes to break down, that ski jacket isn't necessarily the most durable thing of all time. Our Mariner's peacoat's still in real good shape. This fleece sweater, you know what? I think we're doing the world a favor by harvesting this abomination. Let's get this ugly-ass piece of shit out of the existence The fashion community should respect my decision, if nothing else. Alright, so give me another flare. How many flares do we have? We only have 2 left. Ooh, that's... alright. We're gonna equip one just in case the mean dogs are still sort of at large. Man, I can't believe we walked outside right into a pack of starving wolves. A smarter man would have just gone back inside and waited for the wolves to leave, but... I'm not a smart man. What can I say? I can't believe we had another settlement this close to where we sort of set up our base. And I wandered all that way before finding anything. Yet another reason, folks, to more proof positive of why one should not, go wandering around in the middle of a fucking blizzard in unfamiliar territory. It's a real bad way to start your exploration. I am going to try and pry this trunk open. I haven't done it yet. I need a gun, and that wolf right there, perfect evidence of why we need a damn gun. Basic wool scarf. Some scrap metal, which is useful. We can actually use that to repair our pry bar, which is getting fairly damaged. You're kidding me. Another one? This place is crawling with wolves. Please let me get to my house. Put this fence between me and the dog. There's your house, dog. Go to that house. That's home. Go home. You go to your house, dog. Bad dog. It's a bad dog. Bad dog. You get. Bad doggy. Get. Down, boy. Bad dog. Get me in the house. Oh, shit. Whew. Okay. Alright, so without a gun, we're going to be trapped in a house by wolves for the foreseeable future. That's delightful. But we did find our cache of supplies. So, if nothing else, we can spend some time repairing our clothing, I guess. We do have wood, which is good. We have a supply of wood. So let's start offloading anything we don't need. Back out of this. We're going to re-equip, of course, get all of the best quality stuff on this scarf a little better than what we're wearing, so we're going to swap. Mittens? Nah, we don't need any of those mittens. What am I wearing on my hands? A pretty decent pair of gloves, actually. That toque we probably don't need. Alright, so all of the extraneous clothing then will go in the extraneous clothing cabinet. Extra scarf. Both these pairs of mittens we don't need, and that toque. Now let's start looking at food. Our food is all in the refrigerator, so let's head over that direction. Was there no... this place actually didn't have any wood in it, I guess. That's alright, we've got enough wood to start a fire if we need to. So our fridge, which is searched, has tons of food in it. So we got a number of items that are possibly on the borderline of going bad. But at this moment, we're really just kind of looking to store pretty much everything. So let's put it all in. Except for this raw rabbit, we'll keep that. You know, is that maybe why the wolves are attacking us? Because we have raw rabbit and... I wonder if that's maybe drawing them. Maybe they smelled our food smells? It's actually an interesting theory. You know what? We'll keep that water. We don't have a whole lot of it. I'm very curious about the whole food smell theory, though. If that's attracting wolves, then what we should do when we go outside is just not carry food. Beg your pardon? Is that a wolf? Did I just hear a wolf? Is there a wolf in my house? What is this, fucking Little Red Riding Hood? Is he sleeping in my bed? Did he disguise himself as grandma? What's going on? These wolves are fucking tenacious sons of bitches, man. They just won't give up. I'm telling you. Goodness. We still have plenty of antiseptic. We have an adequate... we have 2 bandages. I was going to say an adequate supply of bandages, but 2 is probably not really an adequate supply. You know, what is this... hold on a second. What does this tea actually do? Didn't it say it had antibiotic properties? Because if it does, I might drink it. We just did get bit by a dog. Boosts the immune system and demonstrates antibiotic-like... You know what? Yeah. I'm drinking the magic tea, folks. It's also 100 calories, so, I mean, we got that going for us as well. These are water purification tablets. Those we should probably store. Let's store the water purification tablets. We'll put those in here. Those I'm just worried that we might, like, drop in a puddle and then, you know, we've purified. What if we fall in the lake, say? Then we've purified the lake, and that's terrible. I don't want to keep all my medicine on me, either. Yeah, let's put the big bottle of antiseptic. Why am I putting this shit in the refrigerator? What the hell is wrong with me? Where do you keep your medicine? Fridge. Keep it all in the fridge. I store my medicinal supplies in a fridge. Let's go put it like in a first aid kit where it belongs. We not have... Of course, our medicine cabinet doesn't work. Alright, then. We'll put it in a bathroom cabinet. Let's put our first aid supplies in here. I keep hearing the sound that it sounds like a wolf. Now I'm just I've got wolf on the brain, folks. That's it. The wolves have won. They've completely demoralized me. I'm totally freaked to shit out. We are going to keep some painkillers. The water purification tablets, yeah, it's fine. So we're lightening our load, which is good, because in the event we need to flee from fucking wolves, it's a positive thing to have as little extra mass on us as we can. Firewood and supplies. Where are we going to put sort of crafting materials? Should we store our crafting materials here, perhaps? Or should we actually be better off storing our crafting materials over by the workbench? I mean, these things are really heavy. So it would be good to get them out of our inventory. You know what? Yeah, I think we will. We kind of need to repair our hatchet, actually. Our hatchet's in pretty bad shape, right? Where is it? Yeah, it's still 78%. That's okay, actually. Yeah, that's fine. Let's stash some stuff. We're keeping one can opener. We got a lot of cardboard matches that I don't actually want to do. I don't really want to keep any of these cardboard matches. We're going to put all of those over there. We're keeping our flare. I don't think we can actually do anything with a spent flare, but we'll hang on to it just in case. Keeping our hatchet, we've got our gallons upon gallons upon gallons of lantern fuel. So, you know, if we get a hankering for some of that sweet kerosene Jones, we've got that shit covered. We got 2 unused sewing kits, so let's put those away. We'll keep all of our matches. We'll keep the worst, sort of the worst condition ones in our inventory. Alright, this bedroll's really heavy. It's useful, though. It really is useful. And then firewood. We're going to store firewood in a different location, mostly so I can keep track of how much firewood we have. I think we'll keep our firewood in the stove. Clearly, the most logical place to store firewood is the stove. That's where I'm keeping my firewood. So let's get both of those fire logs out because they're really heavy. Hey, we made it. Just got an achievement. I know you guys can't see it, but we just survived our second day. So we're a full-on 2-day survivor here. Only have 1 tinder plug. We got a lot of newspaper and a lot of newsprint rolls. This old man's beard lichen, I'm not even sure what it's for. We'll keep the tinder plug. Actually, newsprint rolls, can't we craft those into tinder plugs? We don't need these books. We'll keep 1 book on us. So 1 book, some cedar firewood. This cloth, yeah, it's not a burnable. I really want to go do some crafting before we run out of daylight. Got about 8 hours of daylight left. Let's put some of our other crafting items in this cabinet. Apparently cloth counts as a burnable because we can burn it, but I would prefer to not burn our cloth. Take a couple of those back. We might do some repairing while we wait for these wolves to take off. Stupid wolves. Goddamn hose bags. I'm going to try and craft these into tinder plugs if we can. We'll take our scrap metal, move that over there. Old man's beard lichen, I honestly have no idea what that's even for. The tinder plug we'll hang on to. So we've got a hatchet, got a pry bar, which could use some repairs, can opener. That stuff all looks pretty solid. We don't need 3 tubes of accelerant, however. And, of course, burnables in the stove, where we keep things that are set on fire. There we go, put those in there. And I know this is a hugely exciting episode, folks. It's me sorting through an inventory of junk and just kind of trying to keep track of what I have on hand. But we are going to go do a little bit of crafting here in just a moment. So we're down to 36 pounds, and assuming the dogs have decided to cooperate slightly, we may go try and do a little bit of crafting, and then also go fetch some of the supplies we stashed in that other house. Assuming it's also not fucking getting camped by wolves. And these wolves are camping us like this is a fucking first-person shooter and they've got us pushed back to our base. It's really an unacceptable goddamn camping bastards. Got us some slack, wolves. So far, so good. I don't see any mean dogs. Mean dogs? Go away, mean dogs. I'm really surprised that wolf attacked us after we lit the flare. That's pretty unusual behavior. Normally they'll run if you throw a flare at them. Coast looks clear, no mean dogs visible. Over the hummock. I'm gonna make it into this house, or this building rather, which is where the crafting table is. Yeah, there's a crafting bench in here. Bam! Alright, we're in. So let's go look at our crafting set. And mostly I just want to kind of take a look at some of the recipes that are available so we know what sort of things we need to keep an eye out for to craft. Here's our workbench. We need gut and reclaimed wool to make a snare, which I assume is how we capture rabbits. We can make hooks for fishing with scrap metal. All right, that's useful. Gut we can use to make fishing line, which is also useful. Fishing tackle, okay, that's pretty self-explanatory. Deerskin boots, we need 10 leather and 4 gut. Well, we're not even close. Rabbit skin mince, we need 4 rabbit pelts and 2 guts. Again, not even close. Wolfskin coat. Well, we got close to the part of the wolfskin coat. It takes 50 hours to make. Holy shit. How would you not starve to death while crafting that? Weird. Oh, apparently, okay. So apparently you can do it in increments. We can build torches. Interesting. We don't have any kerosene. A black bear hide. Jesus Christ, I hope we don't run into a fucking bear. Old man's beard wound dressing. So that's what our old man's beard is for. We just don't have enough of it. So we can't build a single shitting thing. Delightful. All right, then. Lovely. So this was a fruitful use of our time. But we kind of know what to keep an eye out for. So actually, it kind of was a fruitful use of our time, really. Let's go see about transferring some supplies then from our other house back to our main shot. And assuming we do that and we run out of daylight, we'll probably go ahead and try and wrap things up here. We got 8 hours of daylight left. I hate to waste daylight. How tired are we? A little tired, actually. So, mean dogs are gone? Mean dogs are gone. Good. All right, into this house then. This is where we cache some supplies. We should be able to run them across. I mean, we just were running them across the street. Literally across the street. So we got water. We're going to take all of that. That's all that's in there. Didn't we cache more stuff in here? I thought we left more stuff in here. So we put it in the main room. We probably put it in here. Oop. So where did I'm completely forgetful. I have no idea what's going on. I just stashed supplies and then immediately forgot where I put them. I know I didn't put them in a stove. Did I actually stash supplies here? Maybe I didn't stash supplies here. Actually, I don't think I did. Or did I? No? Oh, yeah, because this is Dead Guy's house. We actually didn't stash anything in here. Where did I leave those supplies then? We left a bunch of water, but I think that was it for this house. Where did I leave those supplies? Did we also not... I was going to say, did we not search this cabinet? But no, it's searched. Now I'm just checking every service, every single possible place we could have potentially stashed stuff out of an abundance of caution for fear that I'm overlooking something. Pretty sure we didn't leave anything in this dump. Alright, so this place is clean. Let's go outside. Was there another house over here? Maybe there was another house like right across the street. Mean dogs? First things first, always look for mean dogs. Everything looks cool in the mean dog department, so there's nothing here then. Oh, it was back over this way. Okay, this is the house where we left the stuff. Alright then. I'm not insane. Not insane. Okay, maybe a little insane from drinking, blue-flavored toilet water, but I'm not full-on insane. I'm not going to murder myself with a hatchet yet. I mean, I'm not George the Kerosene Drinker crazy yet. So we're just going to revamp everything, make sure we didn't overlook anything. This is actually not a terrible idea anyway, just to make sure we didn't by chance overlook something on our first pass. We're doing our due diligence. Let's just call it that way. And here's a whole ton of junk. Yeah, give me all the herbal tea. Really interested in picking up a lot of herbal tea here. There we go. Now, give me that back. So that should be everything we left here. But again, we'll just do... see? There's some newsprint.
That stuff will come in handy.
We would have overlooked that. It's a good thing we came back. A valuable newspaper could have remained undiscovered, folks. We could have not had, 15 copies of the July 4th Daily Vancouver Herald. Actually, I have no idea what the name of the Vancouver newspaper is. I'm sure it's not the Vancouver Herald, but I digress. Could have had yet another copy, and we would have, something we would have missed out on forever. And look,
best be prepared
box
for
of wooden
anything.
matches. We would have left those sitting right on the edge of that tub. Still no water in the toilet, but yeah. Probably for the best, since our addictions are getting a little out of control. Is that a dog? Was that me sighing, or was that a dog outside panting, waiting with slavering jaws to taste my delicious, warm, red blood? Alright, so first things first, check for mean dogs. Dogs, mean dogs. You mean dogs? Alright, so the whole me breathing like that is mean dog. Mean dog spotted. Mean dog at 12 o'clock. Alright, let's keep the high ground so we can keep our eyes on the mean dogs. Pretty far away. If we had to make a run for it, I think we can probably outrun them since we only got to go to our house and it's right there. Speaking of running, let's make that a thing that happens. Is that a mean dog? Oh, no, alright. So clearly, the neighborhood puppies are not exactly the friendliest of critters. We will be keeping an eye out for that in the very near future. And we have a whole bunch more stuff now, so let's get it all sorted. And then we're going to go scavenge for some firewood with whatever daylight is left. We have one tub of accelerant. That's probably acceptable. So, nothing there. All right, we got a bunch of extra clothing we really kind of need to get rid of. Extra socks, a couple extra vests we don't need. Why am I putting this? We store burnable things in the stove, and I'm throwing clothing in it because I'm a ridiculous idiot. So our cloth, we're going to keep. Actually, cloth doesn't even go in here. Do we have any burnables that need transferred? Answer, no. So let's leave the stove then. This cabinet. We are keeping crafting supplies here. Do we have any? Cloth, but we're going to hang on to that. We did pick up some extra firewood. That piece of firewood, however, we're keeping. That's sort of our fire log starter. There's nothing that we need to put in there. We do need to put food in the refrigerator, though. And I gotta say, the fridge is looking pretty damn healthy here. We got a pretty well-stocked little refrigerator going. We got more herbal tea than fucking Jean-Luc Picard could have drank in the entire run of Star Trek of the Next Generation. I mean, tea Earl Grey hot. We got that shit in spades, yo. Got some more coffee. Put that in there. 10 of sardines, some cans of tomato soup, and a whole shitload of water. How much water have we got in here anyway? We have 1.85 gallons. We got a lot of water. Now, it did all come out of a toilet, which, you know, is slightly less than desirable, but that's fine. We're going to take, yeah, it's good. 0.26 of a gallon. Check our hunger meter. We're tired. We're a little hungry. We're very hungry, actually. All right, let's grab... See, don't I have, like, raw rabbit on me already? What have I got? What am I carrying? What do we got in the food department here? Yeah, let's go and eat that rabbit. Tasty rabbit. Also, I think it may be attracting wolves, so probably a good idea to maybe get rid of some of that. Now, let's see what we can do about our next meal, because we're still a little peckish. And I was just bragging about our massive stocks of food, so let's see exactly what we've got in here and what we need to eat before it goes bad. That's one of the other things. So we got this raw rabbit. We should take that so we can cook it. That's cooked venison. We'll probably take that as well, just so it doesn't go bad. This can of tomato soup, I have to assume, is going to probably stay good. That should be plenty of calories for us. We will... You know what? We're going to have a tiny little treat for ourselves. We're going to have one can of orange soda as well. That's our special treat for the day to help keep our morale high. Go check out our clothing cabinet then. Get rid of the rest of this extra junk. And then we're going to go scavenge for some firewood, I think. So, we don't need you, scarf. We don't need you, cotton long underwear, or you, cotton socks, or either of those. The Mariner's pea coat is real warm. This ski jacket, though, also isn't bad, but I don't... You know what? We'll not rip the ski jacket apart. Ooh, we have a better hat. Let's get rid of that one. Put a other toque on, and we'll probably scavenge those. We got a couple pairs of those boots now. Do we not? We have one. Yeah, maybe we'll hang on to those. We have plenty of extra basic boots. So let's get some stuff. You know what? Let's scavenge for wood. Once we're done scavenge for wood, we'll come back in here and start breaking stuff down. That should be all of our inventory management sort of taken care of. Medical supplies looks good. We'll put on our hat. Food. Good. We do need to cook that food. 2 road flares. We got some extra matches. Let's go get rid of these extra matches then. Extra matches, of course, go in the stove with the... why did we not put our matches in the stove? Now I'm wondering where I put my matches. Did I put my matches in here? Because if I did, I'm taking them out and putting them in the stove. Matches. I did. We have an extra bedroll in here, too. Yeah, you know what? This is probably okay. Where did we put that lantern? We want the lantern back in our inventory. We're going to refuel it as well. And let's... Yeah, we only really want one box of matches. So we'll give all those over. There we go. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. Let's refuel our lantern. Refuel you. There we go. Finally putting some of that kerosene to good use. Is there a way to tell how much fuel this lantern has in it? Guess not. Oh, 0.11 gallons. I guess there is. Okay, well, that's fine. So it's time to go scavenge some wood. So let's scout outside, make sure there are no mean puppy-type creatures in the vicinity. If there are, we'll just retreat indoors and rip some clothing apart and repair our stuff. Mean puppies? Coast looks clear in the puppy department, so let's come right outside our house over here by the propane tank. You're not a mean puppy, are you? Nope. Okay. And we're going to scavenge for wood then. Do we want to bother getting tinder? It takes 30 minutes. You know, that's fine. We want a couple things of softwood, but mostly we're out for hardwood. So let's get 5 things of hardwood, 2 things of softwood. This is a lot of calories. 4 hours and 10... Yeah, we're going to do it. So we're doing a lot of foraging here. Oh, our condition is going down, by the way. That's okay. We've gotten our wood. We're starving. We're tired. We gotta get some food in us.
So hungry.
Yeah, you're not that bad off, lady. Come on. I mean, your condition went down a whopping 1%, gal. I mean, settle down there. It's not the end of the world here. What do we want to use for tinder? You know what? Let's get rid of some of this newsprint. We got a lot of that stuff. I don't want to use a book. I never want to burn a book, ever. Don't make me burn books. 77% here. Let's get this fire started. Mostly so we can cook that venison. Or was it rabbit? I forget. I think it's rabbit. Get that cooked up. Get ourselves a nice meal. Have a can of orange soda to top it off. And then we'll spend some time breaking down extra clothing and repairing what we have for our own clothing. But we'll be prepared to go do a little more foraging. Because there are still a number of places we haven't been. A lot of ice huts still out on the lake. And possibly another house atop. There was a second island in the middle of the lake. Could be another house. What is that sound? It sounds like there's a wolf that lives in our house. Anyway. So we've got 5 for firewood. Let's add 1 of those. There we go. It's 2 hours and 21 minutes. That's pretty good. We'll cook this rabbit. Nice 2 hours worth of fire here. With what remains of our fire once we're done, also, we will probably melt some snow. We could eat a can of tomato soup as well. There's some merit in that. Now, you know what? Let's stick to the plan here. We're going to eat this rabbit that we just cooked. Delicious. We're going to eat this venison. Also delicious. And we're going to drink this soda. And let's drink this water. Now, we're still a little short on calories, but really the only way we can cure that sort of involves finding a gun so that we can, or at least some kind of knife or something so we can hunt. We got to find a way to hunt. We're encumbered? Why are we encumbered? What are we carrying that's encumbering us? Oh, it's because we're so exhausted. That's fine. It doesn't really matter. How many hours of daylight left? Less than an hour. We got less than an hour of daylight. We're going to use a little bit of our remaining time to take some of our least useful materials here, which is mostly these gloves that suck and also are in terrible shape. We're going to tear them apart. We have some socks that are not very good. Yeah. So fashion community, once again, going to give us a nice little bonus there for eliminating this fucking fleece atrocity. Let's just take that completely out of... And we have a lot of toques. We can probably afford to get rid of some of these toques as well. Also, let's get rid of this pair of wool socks. We'll keep 1 extra pair of wool socks. And let's start breaking some of this stuff down. So mostly what we're going to be doing this particular one is we're just tearing stuff apart. So let's harvest this. 10 minutes, fine. We got about an hour of daylight. We can break down most of this stuff, stash it, and still get a goodly little chunk of rest. So we're going to harvest you. I'm still worried about the dog bite. I hope that doesn't get infected, but I did everything I could. We bandaged our wounds almost immediately, which is a good plan, of course, because we didn't want to bleed to death. We applied some antiseptic to the wounds, and then we drank the immune system boosting tea as well. I'm not sure what else we could do. I mean, the immune system boosting tea is even something that didn't exist the last time I played this game, so I literally know of nothing else we could possibly do to help prevent or fight infection, other than take the antibiotics, which I will only do if we actually get sick. I want to kind of save those for an emergency. We're hoping to prevent an infection, but if we get an infection, we'll use the antibiotics to fight it. Getting a lot of cloth here. And we may try and effect repairs on some of our more damaged items as well. A lot of mittens here. We do have plenty of sewing kits available. I think we have like 4. We wasted fire again. I really need to stop doing that. We could have melted water with that fire. Could have melted water. That was a terrible idea. Alright, that's fine. We'll keep harvesting. It's still warm inside. We've got a reasonably full belly. Other than being exceedingly tired, we should be okay. But we can sleep 10 hours if we really want. I mean, it's not like we got to get up and go to work in the morning. It's a fucking apocalypse. We can basically take as long as we want in the rest department. It's not like we got to set an alarm and then go fight traffic to get to our shitty job we hate. Nope, we don't have any of that. Of course, we didn't have to fucking fight off ravenous wolves when we had to get up and go to that shitty job we hate. So I guess every situation has benefits and drawbacks. Sure, the miserable job sucked, but we never got chewed on by a wolf. In the miserable job's defense, not a lot of wolves biting us, and it is really dark in my house. This is the fireplace. So let's go to bed. Let's come in here. We're going to stash our firewood, of course, burnables in the stove. I'm going to keep 1 cedar log. I'm going to keep 1 fir log in case we need to start a fire on the go. Let's get rid of some of this newsprint, though. We'll keep 1 of those. Keep 1 newsprint roll as well. And we're going to keep 1 tinder plug. Those tinder plugs take a long damn time to find, so we should try and avoid using those at all costs. Just check our inventory. Everything looks in solid shape. We got a little bit of water for when we wake up in the morning. All right, then. Excellent. So it's bedtime then, and with inevitable sleepiness on its way, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. Of course, if you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Your support does really mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see more Shuffle Mode play of The Long Dark, consider subscribing as well. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching, and as soon as our 3 hours of darkness goes, we'll see you again soon. 2 days, 19 hours, and 41 minutes. That's almost a new personal record for me. Woohoo! We'll see you next time. And maybe break that record.